Welcome to WNBA basketball on 2K Sports. We'll see the Chicago Sky. In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride. And one surprise this season, a few upstarts making early waves.
Yeah, it's hard to predict which teams will break out. So many factors involved. Now the question is, for those upstart teams you were mentioning, Blake, can they sustain their success?
It's going to be interesting to see that, guys, and you know that opponents will start to figure them out a little bit. But for right now, it's fun to see those teams playing with a lot of confidence.
Go. Here's Dimes. Sinks that one from the post.
It's a pleasure to watch her work at that end of the floor.
Pass to Jackson. Cardoso. Here's Diggins. Back to Cardoso. Shot clock at 6. Here's Diggins. Second shot opportunity. Cardoso laying it in.
She's got a great read of where that miss was going, and that enabled her to be the first player to it and get the putback. Well, once she got into position under the glass, she wasn't letting anybody get around her.
Pass to Berg. Stevens. Here's Diggins. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing her first attempt.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Jackson outside. Pass to Cardoso. Diggins. Out to the left wing. Burt. The three-pointer, no good. And here's Walker Kimbrough, guarded by Jackson. That one falls.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
And first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Burt. Outside, Stevens. Diggins. Fires for 3. The shot misses. One place this Chicago team needs to improve is their three-point shooting.
Well, the Sky were last in the WNBA in threes made per game at just about 5. They also took the least amount of triples, so I would say that's a point of emphasis with this team.
Pass to Dimes. And stolen by Azurá Stevens. Albert. Stevens the screen. Shot clock at 5. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, that's just Stevens playing big right there. My goodness.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And we have to take another look at that block.
Early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Walker Kimbrough. To the wing, right side. Dimes. And she's good on the 3-ball.
You've got to be careful not to give a shooter of her caliber open looks like that, because 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get her going.
Here's Diggins. Pass to Berg. 5 to shoot. Outside, Stevens. And she can't answer back the three-pointer offline. And here's Dimes. It's good from long range. Chicago trailing here. Here's Diggins. Pass to Cardoso. Burt. Stevens. That's good.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
To the middle. Here's Dimes. Got it for her 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
The more touches she gets, the more the lead grows.
Here's Diggins. Now Burke. Outside Stevens. Down low. Here's Cardoso. And it's blocked by Kaitlani Brown.
Showcasing her innate sense of timing on that rejection. Brown knows when to leave her feet.
We gotta see that one again. That block was an all-out effort.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that, it goes a long way. It establishes the attitude you want.
Dimes with the ball. She's got 10. A quick shot there, and it's off target. And here's Burke. Pass to Diggins. To the paint. Stevens. That's good.
Well, what makes Stevens such a good option in the pick and roll is her combination of size and mobility.
Now Kubai. She's guarded by Stevens. Pass to Dimes. Puts it up. Jump shot is good.
She has been unconscious this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And so it's Chicago with it. A 4-point game. Here's Diggins. Here's Vandersloot, covered by Walker Kimbrough. 6 on the shot clock. Courtney Vandersloot for 3. It's up and it's off the mark. 1 up, 1 knocked out. Pass to Dimes. Launches it. Stevens grabs the board.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Now Burke. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. To the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Not much resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic. In fact, I'll just say it, they are automatic.
And she makes that one.
Her ball distribution has been outstanding.
Yeah, Tim, all you have to do is look at the numbers. Those assists do not lie.
And they keep piling up.
Here's Diggins. And here's Burke. Stevens the screen. Here's Burke. Pass to Diggins. There's the 3. Brown grabs the board.
Yeah, her touch has deserted her this quarter. Nowhere to be found.
Now here's Vandersloot. Out to the right wing. Here's Stevens. Kubai grabs the board.
That's a surprise. Out of character for her to miss those when the D's not right in her face.
Stolen. Here's Diggins. That one drops, and she's now 2 for 5. After missing the 2023 season on maternity leave, it's great to have Skylar Diggins back in action.
No doubt. One of the most dynamic guards the league has ever seen. Diggins didn't miss a beat, averaging 15 points and 6 assists last year. Into her mid-30s, she's still got it.
That's good, and so Courtney Vandersloot gets the assist.
3's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a 3.
Here's Kubai. And stolen by Courtney Vandersloot. Now Burke. Pass to Diggins. And Lots of contact there. Missing the shot, and we'll shoot two at the line.
At the line for the Sky Dickinson. 2 shots.
And she knocks down the first one. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Taylor. Pass to Brown. Taylor. Clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Rebound Chicago. And a chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
And I'm not a genius like Brian, but if I'm them, I'd try for that.
Give yourself some credit, Tim. You're pretty smart. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Inside, Brown. Azare Stevens with some nice D. They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
And such nice work to hang around and put themselves in this position.
Tasha Cloud from outside sinks the triple.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Can they get it? And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Sky out in front. They're up by 3. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And when you consider how the Sky are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I like what we're seeing for them going right at the basket. Tons of points down there in the paint.
They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting in the paint.
And there's a pick. Kone gets the bucket.
You know, that is right where they wanted to get that ball.
Chicago in the lead. Pass the hole. Back to Vandersloot. Now Stevens. 3-pointer. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 shooting night.
Well, you gotta like her shot selection today. She set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now here's Brown. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Using her lengthy wingspan to her advantage, Brown is able to dominate down low.
Pass to Stevens. Azare Stevens can't get that one to fall. Down low. And a basket by Brown. And it's all knotted up.
She placed that pass right out in front of her and just let her run into it.
Here's Hole. And here is Stevens. 3-pointer. Taylor grabs the board. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Brown, she's guarded by Stevens. 3-pointer diamond to Shields. And the 3-ball is good.
A quick thinker who does not need much time to get off a look. DeShields is a lethal shooter.
Pass the hole. They need this. Brown grabs the board. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
And Vandersloot over to help. Here's Taylor. The 3-pointer off the mark.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Now here's Vandersloot. quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Good on the shot.
Love the awareness from Vandersloot. She usually makes the right read in the pick and roll.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Walker Kimbrough with it. Here's Brown. It drops for her third basket. She's only missed one shot.
Well, I'm a big fan of the fact that she's getting the touches she needs here after not scoring a point in the first quarter.
Cloud outside. Pass to Diggins. From the arc. Brown grabs the board.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough. She's covered by Cloud. And stolen by Azare Stevens. Rebounded by Walker Kimbrough.
That's a shoot-around jumper. Absolutely no excuses for missing it.
Brown with the screen. Up and in for basket number 4, and that makes her 4 for 5.
Hey, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint, and they keep scoring points.
And you know, Brian, there's not really a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting in the paint like they have been on this run.
And the basket by Diggins.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. Nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
To the inside, Kone, and she lays it straight in.
That's their third straight make off an assist, and it's always good when you can score points by getting teammates involved.
Yeah, that's just great ball movement.
Now here's Cloud. Pass to Diggins. Shoots the 3. That one's good, and so Natasha Cloud gets the assist.
And this is why you run the offense through Cloud. She's a steady playmaker year in and year out.
And here's Walker Kimbrough. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the paint. Vandersloot with the steal. To the middle. Diggins. The game now all tied.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough. To the paint. Kone gets the bucket.
Well, the lead should be safe. I mean, if they just keep shooting like this.
Yeah, they're on fire and really looking to pad that lead.
Now a timeout called by Chicago. Now Vandersloot. Pass to Stevens. Burke guarded by Dimes. Here's Diggins. Back to Cardoso. Just 5 on the clock. Courtney Vandersloot for 3. They get it back. Here's Burke. Vandersloot outside. Courtney Vandersloot with another miss.
Chicago foul. Diggins. First personal foul. First team foul. In for the Sky. Number 5, Rukia Jackson.
Here's Dimes. Gets it to go from downtown.
That's how you extend the lead. They have all the confidence in the world right now.
And so it's Chicago with it. Pass to Jackson. Burke. Screen by Jackson. Vandersloot outside. Down low. Here's the break. Here's Dimes. That three off the mark. Vandersloot outside. Pass to Diggins. To the inside. It's stolen by Dimes. Basket number 8 for her on 13 attempts. That's a 62% clip so far.
She is setting this place on fire. Her shooting has been off the charts.
Now here's Jackson. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 6 to shoot. Vandersloot right side. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. On the wing, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. Dimes. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Jackson. And here's Burke. Guarded by Dimes. Here's Diggins. That's in, and she's 7 of 12 now for the game.
Yeah, late reaction for the defense. She's always going to convert that.
From deep three-point range. Rebound Chicago. Pass to Vandersloot. Now here's Jackson. And here's Cardoso. Here's Diggins. She's got 18. And the basket is good.
She has been fantastic this quarter, and it's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the opponent's lead right here.
Now here's Dimes. 20 points for her.
You know, sometimes just because you can make it from way out there, it doesn't mean you should try.
Kind of hypocritical coming from you, Tim. I mean, it wasn't that far out. Anyways, she could work for a better shot than that.
Off target with the three. The Sky trail. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Pass to Cardoso. Here's Diggins. Guarded by Dimes. Shoots it up. And Cardoso gets the board. Out to the wing. Courtney Vandersloot's got room. That one's on target from the wing.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. They're up by 1. And we'll be back right after this. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. I mean, what a performance we're seeing out there by Dimes.
I really love her tenacity defensively. Her play on defense has been a big factor for them as she comes away with steal after steal.
And as the game moves on, I think she should continue to be aggressive on the defensive end and really just keep ball handlers off balance.
Here's Diggins. Pass to Burke for the lead. That shot off.
surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide open opportunities.
Lets it go from the wing, and she gets it to go, hitting off the back of the ring. And it's the Sky ball. It's a three-point game. Now Stevens. Pass to Jackson. Here's Diggins. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the
First team foul. At the line for the Sky. Sky, Diggins, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
first free throw is good. She hits both from the stripe. Dimes with the ball. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Kubai. Cuts off the pass. Here's the break for the lead. And the basket by Diggins. Here's Walker Kimbrough. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Now Brown. Some solid defense there from Camila Cardoso. And while her teammate Angel Reese got all the headlines, did you guys watch Camila Cardoso? She had a stellar rookie year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I watched her. She was awesome. You know, remember, she didn't make her debut until June due to injury, but she ends up averaging 10 and 8 as a rookie. Rim protection as well. What a future she has.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Oh, Cardoso with the block. And the basket by Brown.
Talk about playing with intensity. On the offensive glass, Brown is a matchup nightmare.
Here's Diggins. 24 points for her. Dimes with the rebound.
They start the second half 1 for 4.
Pass to Brown. Dimes. Just 5 to shoot. The 17-footer goes down.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
And here's Burke. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside Stevens. Pass to Jackson. Here's Diggins. From outside, off the mark.
Their offense scuffling a bit in the second half. Just 1 for 5.
Inside. Here's Dimes. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Good job to create the easy bucket.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Diggins. Puts one up from 19. Drained for 2 points. And we've got an injury on the floor. Very unfortunate, as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And when you see a player have to come out of the game like this, I mean, I'm just hoping for the best.
Absolutely. Let's hope we get an update that tells us it's nothing major. That would be the best news.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough. Pass to Brown. Now Dimes. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Dimes. And that's off the glass and in.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket for a terrific assist. You know, they've done a lot of that today.
And, you know, it's something we haven't seen much at the opposite end of the court.
Here's Diggins. 26 points for her. Here's Burt, covered by Walker Kimbrough.
4 on the shot clock. Fires from deep.
Dimes with the rebound.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that's gone in their favor.
Yeah, effort and determination on the glass, they really can compensate for a lot of deficiencies.
Another 3, and the D hoping they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half.
Now a timeout called by Chicago. I mean, what a performance we're seeing out there by Dimes.
She is on fire from beyond the arc. They're giving her way too much room, and she's making them pay.
Cardoso. Screen by Cardoso.
To the inside. And stolen by Brown. Takes the 3. Cans it from downtown.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Now here's Vandersloot. Pass to Cloud. Clock at 6.
To end the run.
Brown grabs the board.
A solid performance inside. You know, their rebounding, it's been terrific.
They're putting together a great game, aren't they? Strong performances throughout, and they've just been strong on the glass.
And it sets a tone.
Here's Diggins. Guarded by Dimes. Misses from short range. Vandersloot defending. Pass to Kubai. Now here's Dimes. And yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
She has really pummeled these defenders today, no matter who has been on her.
And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Now here's Vandersloot, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
He's not doing them any favors making those kind of errors.
Especially now with every possession being a critical one for them at this point.
Just the worst time for it to happen. Well, they want to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and now's the time to do it.
Yeah, there was clearly some things going on out there that the coaching staff just wasn't a fan of.
Chicago on D, trailing by 13.
Pass to Dimes
For 3.
Hole with the rebound.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. He's got to go right back to that shot.
to stop the drought.
The shot by Diggins, no good.
This offense just seems completely deflated.
While at the other end, it's one bucket after another. This run is really getting out of hand.
Making it ugly.
And here's what the Chicago Sky's schedule looks like. On Sunday, they're off to Connecticut to face off with the Sun. Then on Tuesday, they go back home and they're taking on the Golden State Valkyries.
Well, the road, never the highlight of your schedule for any team, but for this team, it's a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home courts.
Now here's Vandersloot. To the paint. Hold. Basket counts.
Well, we've seen Lexi Hull has some range, but she can also slash, bring it inside.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Pass to Dimes.
Unloads, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Well, they've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. She's provided almost all the offense.
Loud outside. And here is Vandersloot.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, you got to get out on Vandersloot, or she's going to make you pay from downtown.
Pass to Dimes.
They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
She is putting on a clinic out there, really the centerpiece of their offense.
Here's Diggins.
From downtown,
Brown grabs the board.
They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers, too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
Now here's Dimes.
this is the most they've led by, 13 points.
Now we're seeing the shots dropping for them very well now.
Yeah, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point. Their coach has to be happy.
Here's Diggins. 26 points for her.
To the middle. Shot clock at 6.
Pass to Dimes.
Can't connect from long distance.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Now here's Vandersloot. She's got 5. Here's Diggins.
Here's the 3.
That's good, and so Courtney Vandersloot gets the assist.
You know, you simply cannot say enough about her individual performance so far, even if the all-around team effort has been lacking.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 12. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter here on 2K Sports. Getting underway in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things can change. Tipped off her leg.
Defensive violation.
And it's being called a kickball.
Now into the lineup for Chicago. Number 23, Judy Sharp.
Here's Kone.
Right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Walker Kimbrough. She's covered by Cloud. Walker Kimbrough misses. And it's the Sky ball. A 12-point game. Now here's Hull. D right on her. Here's Vandersloot. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the line.
Shows the ability to convert through contact. Vandersloot's effort level will fire up her entire team.
What's up? Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. She can't hit that time.
She hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but she has worked within the teams to help them get the lead.
Rob. Walker Kimbrough with it. Vandersloot covering. Well-timed pass and goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
She's a very strong finisher on the fast break.
And always in control, even at full speed like that.
So impressive.
Back to Vandersloot. Down low. Sharp. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough. She's covered by Cloud. Walker Kimbrough misses.
What is she thinking right there? Only need one move on your way to the rim, not two.
And yep, it's good.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity, and they're getting excellent results.
You know, that's a winning formula, pounding the ball down low, being aggressive. You know, they're being very assertive offensively.
Goes back up. Can't capitalize inside.
Yeah, she tried to fight her way through traffic and just couldn't do it.
To the middle. Sharp. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Pass to Walker Kimbrough. They set a pick to the paint. And she uses the glass on the layup.
An example of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Chicago trailing here. Here's Hole. Deflects the pass. Here's Kune. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Hole. Now here's Cloud. Jacks up a 3. No good there. Here's Kone. Out of bounds. It'll go to the sky.
Really careless turnover. That should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Cloud with it. Pass to Diggins. Cloud. Picked by Hull. Here's Vandersloot. 5 on the clock. Doesn't get it to drop for her.
Well, controlling the boards, they're +5 in that category.
Yeah, and look, rebounding, it's not a glamour stat, but you look at the scoreboard and you see the result.
To the inside. Now Kubai. She's covered by Cloud. And no good.
Her strokes looked a little shaky this quarter. Not much is hitting the target.
Inside. Now here's Hull. Not a lot of room. Cloud. Looking to end the drought. Bullseye.
They've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. You got to imagine that their coach is very happy with that.
4 straight passes leading to scores. That's just great team play.
Here's the pick. Down low. Pass to Kubai. Here's Walker Kimbrough. From the baseline. The shot off that time.
We don't see that too often. Plenty of space, and she whips on an open jumper.
Here's Diggins. Drops in the tray.
She's putting on a commanding performance here. She's now hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
Just the way they wanted, within touching distance of the rim.
Vandersloot To the inside. Terrific assist and a nice finish. Just a solid play all around. And just a tiny lead for them.
A chance to make it a little bigger right here, though.
And the play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Here's Diggins.
Vandersloot outside.
Pass to Cardoso.
No good from outside.
And Jackson picks up the foul.
That's her first foul. The Sky making a switch here.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough.
Now Dimes. Money from the wing.
Well, they've built this lead through plays exactly like that. She's easily been the most consistent performer.
No question about that. I mean, she's just hitting everything in sight.
Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over.
Here's Diggins.
Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, despite the play of the team, she has done exceptionally well here.
Pass to Dimes. From deep. Rebound Chicago. And here's Jackson. To the middle. And stolen by Brown.
Walker Kimbrough with it. Now Kubai. On the wing, Shatori Walker Kimbrough.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 ball.
It's Cardoso with the rebound.
Even against defense as tight as that, you expect her to bury those shots.
I don't know. The defender was on her like glue. It would have been quite a bucket, even though we've seen her hit those in the past.
Here's Burke. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
Great communication between teammates there.
Here's Dimes. Pass to Walker Kimbrough. Now here's Dimes. Fires the 3. He can't get that one.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go through the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time, but he got lucky.
Left side Jackson.
It's stolen by Dimes. Pulls it. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
Pass to Diggins.
To tie it up. Sinks it. She has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, she's got such a great touch and feel around the rim. She made that reverse look easy, but trust me when I tell you, it's not.
Here's Dimes. Trifecta.
She always delivers in the clutch, and she's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Timeout called the Sky.
They do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try it.
Yeah, you know, and I think the key thing, probably what the coach wants to see, is a good shot. It's important they convert here.
Here's Diggins.
To the paint. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Dimes. And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And she hits both free throws. And it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now. Some very important free throws there.
Here's Diggins.
It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring them within 3. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
And that's just what they have to do in order to get that ball back.
Yeah, to me, that's a good foul. Clock management, crucial at this time of the game.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good this time. And it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there, and I think you can close the book on this one, guys.
Here's Burke,
Covered by Walker Kimbrough.
there's the triple. And so they get the victory here at home tonight. This one was up for grabs right until the dying second.
And, you know, I think what stood out was they showed their character when it mattered, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up.
Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA. We've got the Indiana Fever in the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi. I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride. This is not just another regular season game. It doubles as a Commissioner's Cup contest as well.
Yeah, a second trophy to win during the WNBA season. I like it. It adds a little extra excitement to the WNBA regular season.
Here's Johannes. Pass to Buckets. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good knaves to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief to get those first points out of the way and up on the board.
Yeah, let's play some basketball.
Here's Mitchell. Clock at 6. Shoots from the baseline. Rebounded by Buckets.
It's very dangerous to leave her open like that. Lucky break for the D that she missed it.
From beyond the arc and then some.
She has such a sweet three-point stroke, and it can really open things up inside because as good as she shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs out to the perimeter.
Now here's Clark. Shoots. Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. Pass to Cannon. Now here's Buckets. Screen by Buckets. It's stolen by Aaliyah Boston. Here's Mitchell. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, in the paint, Mitchell's power gives her an edge. She's able to get around to any defenders.
You know, it's rare to see players stick in the same place, especially in this era. So it's special seeing Kelsey Mitchell on the Fever.
Well, she went second overall to Indiana back in 2018, and listen, there wasn't much winning for Mitchell her first 6 years in Indianapolis, but she never complained, and the Fever have turned things around.
Now here's Mitchell. Boston sets a screen. Kelsey Mitchell into the lane. Pass to Johannes. Lets the three fly. Hines Allen pulls it in.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Look good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Here's Clark. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots. Next.
Hey, that couldn't be more obvious. Caitlin Clark has had an incredible impact on the Fever.
Well, just look at the individual numbers. Led the league in assists, second in minutes played, and the team impact during her rookie year, they ended an 8-year playoff drought.
The first free throw is good.
Home and away, fans came out in droves to watch Caitlin Clark.
I mean, we've had teams move venues to increase capacity. Caitlin Clark is quite the draw. Everybody just wants a glimpse.
And so she makes both from the line. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Down low. Buckets gets the bucket.
Offensively, she can be the engine that drives them at any given moment.
Now here's Mitchell. Clark with it. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing her first attempt.
That's exactly what they're going for in that possession.
Pass to Cannon. Williams sets the screen. Now Buckets. Shoots from 14. Her first miss, now 3 of 4 from the field. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Now Mitchell. Now Cunningham. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Shot clock at 2.
Houston ball.
Here's Johannes. Pass to Buckets. No one near her. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
You just love a player like her. She's been the floor general at the offensive end.
She has been on it today, just doing a great job of keeping that ball moving.
Boston, good.
Well, the moment Boston gets that rock around the rim, it is really tough to stop her.
Pass to Cannon. Johannes. Williams the screen. Inside. And stolen by Hines Allen. Boston right side. Here's Mitchell. Boston outside. Kicks it out to Mitchell. 5 on the clock. And here's Clark. That one falls, coming off Kelsey Mitchell's feed.
Of all the players you want to leave open out on the perimeter, she is the last person on the list.
Here's Buckets, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
She is just tearing it up this quarter, and I don't think this lead is going to go anywhere while she's this hot from the field.
Clark outside. There's the triple. That one is off. Pass to Johannes. Stolen by Clark. Here's Hines Allen, and she uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, we've seen Myisha Hines Allen hit threes, but she's at her best mixing it up inside.
And here's Buckets. 12 points for her. Fires from the wing, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Man, I love watching it. Such a smooth stroke to a bigger player.
And they better think about getting someone on her who can actually match her size, or she's going to be burying those the rest of the game.
Boston up top. Back to Hines Allen. That one falls. Her second basket of the game. She is now 2 for 3.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
No luck needed. It is working for sure. 5 of their last 6 field goals, they've come from inside the paint.
And out of bounds, the Fever will take it.
There's no excuse for that turnover. That's just a straightforward pass gone wrong.
And a return to the playoffs for the Fever in 2024. It was a huge step forward for the team.
For sure, snapping a 7-year hiatus. And what's incredible is before 2005 to 2016. So this is an organization that is used to winning.
Rupert, no good.
Some great tight defense right there. Got right.
Just close enough to bother her on the shot, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Now here's Clark. She's got 7. The 3 from Kelsey Mitchell. Yes, what an assist from Caitlin Clark.
She has really deep range. Mitchell's offensive game starts with that three-point shot. It forces defenders to pick her up at half court.
Now here's Buckets. 16 points for her. Count it. And she's now 8 of 9 from the field.
She has shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves.
Clark with it. Mitchell outside. Clark. The 3 ball. That shot off.
Pass to Johannes.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Sherrod. She's covered by Mitchell. Now here's Buckets. Knocks down the 3 ball.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening frame.
If they match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Here's Caldwell. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Outside, Herbert Harrigan.
Shot clock at 5. And here they come.
Here's Buckets.
And she caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
She's a very strong finisher on the fast break.
And always in control, even at full speed like that.
So impressive.
What a great look at that tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view.
Here's the Fever with the ball. Trailing here by 8.
Now Caldwell.
And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Pass to Williams. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
First team foul.
It's on Aaliyah Boston.
A very difficult matchup. Williams is 6'3" with elite athleticism. Can cause opponents to foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that's good as she hits both shots. Indiana with the ball. It's a 10-point game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Outside, Herbert Harrigan. Pass to Wallace.
Looking to end the drought, and that one drops.
Well, Wallace is a tremendous three-point shooter, but as you can tell, her mid-range jumper is pretty good as well.
From 8,
Buckets gets the bucket.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter for them offensively.
Yeah, but they can't sit back. They need to keep the pressure on the defense and really try to put this one away early.
Great point, Brian. You have to continue to build on this lead.
the first quarter concludes and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. They're up by 10. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And welcome back. It's been all one-way traffic through the first as the second quarter gets underway.
Scoring has come in threes for the most part so far.
Yeah, and every time down the floor, it seems like they're hitting a triple.
From the arc.
And it's Boston missing.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
And that one drops for it.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Great ball movement indeed. That's an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Wallace, Boston. Outside, Herbert Harrigan. Pass to Wallace.
Puts up a three.
Yes, and a nice assist from Kiki Herbert Harrigan.
There was one thought in the mind of Christy Wallace. Hit that shot.
Here's Holmes. And here's Sherrod. Now Holmes. It's hauled in by Aaliyah Boston.
To the paint.
Here's Rupert.
Terrific assist and a nice finish. Just a solid play all around.
You can always depend on her to put that lead pass right on the money.
Well, it's hard to stay healthy, and Aaliyah Boston's done a great job of being available.
Well, she didn't miss a game during her first 2 years in the league, which is pretty incredible, playing more than 30 minutes per contest. But Boston doesn't just show up. She plays hard.
Indiana trailing. Timeout called the Fever.
Big contest here in the Commissioner's Cup. Both of these teams considered elite.
And both have a solid chance of making the finals. It does not get any more serious than this.
Caldwell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Here's Wallace. Atwell grabs the miss.
Such tough defense there against one of the better finishers in the game.
Holmes. Foul call that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line.
First team foul. At the line for Houston, Kelsey Holmes. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. We're now around 2 minutes into this second quarter. Pass to Cunningham. Boston sets a screen. It's a deflection.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass.
It certainly wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Pass to Wallace. Boston. Here's Cunningham. Good, and it's Aaliyah Boston who picks up the assist.
They're having much more success here in the second after missing on a few chances that they had earlier.
To the middle. Here's buckets. And it's good. Fought through the contact. Hit the shot. He'll go to the line.
At the line for Houston, Hodges. Shooting 1.
1 shot.
So it's Indiana now, trailing by 10. Pass to Mitchell. Now Rupert. Beyond the arc. And the Fever hit again from deep.
They are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's Johannes. She's covered by Mitchell. Count the baskets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop every time down. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Or at least some fight.
Outside Cunningham. Pass to Rupert. Just 5 on the clock. Now Mitchell fires from deep. Good on the three-point shot.
She can shoot off the dribble a lot, but Mitchell is also adept at shooting off the delivery. A crisp pass helps her square up.
Buckets gets the bucket.
They need to get way more disruptive defensively. They just can't keep allowing these easy buckets. You know, get a little physical, show some effort.
Defensively, that's job number one. Effort, nothing easy inside.
Mitchell's shot's good.
That's the area where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Here's Johannes. He's covered by Mitchell. Pass to buckets. And yep, it's good.
He has been unconscious this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And here's Indiana. 8-point game. Boston outside. Caldwell. To the right side. Fires for 3. Rupert, no good.
A good job on the glass. They're working inside.
They're battling, and that's helped them craft this lead.
It set a tone for the team. Where was she going with that pass? I have no clue. That's awful. That's just giving it away.
And here is Mitchell. 10 points for her. Clark. Again, the miss by the Fever. Pass to buckets. Let's go. Jump shot is good.
What a top-notch game she's having. And really, she's got her team in front. And it sure seems like she's going to keep them there if she can continue to play like this.
The shake. Now Rupert. That one falls, coming off Kelsey Mitchell's feet.
Unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and she's heating up.
Now Bradford. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Buckets gets the bucket.
She's made the most of her chances, hasn't she? She needs to keep on working to get these good looks.
Clark outside. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go for her.
She hasn't had much success shooting the ball.
Pass to Johannes. To the inside. Hodges. And she banks in the layup.
Their crisp passing has opened things up offensively.
Yeah, it makes the game easy. 10 straight points off of an assist. That's impressive.
Now here's Clark. Launches it. And she's good on the 3 ball.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Well, watching the 2024 playoffs, you felt so good for Kelsey Mitchell.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here's someone who had never been close to the postseason and then makes her first trip in her 7th year. And she showed out, dropping 21 in her playoff debut.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Clark. There's a screen. This one for 3. Rebounded by Buckets.
They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers, too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but, hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
It's stolen. They're moving it up. No good on the 3.
In the first, she was killing them from outside, but in the second, she just can't get it going. That pass led her so perfectly, she didn't even have to break stride.
The first Commissioner's Cup was back in 2021. The Seattle Storm won the inaugural version.
Hey, Brianna Stewart, the first MVP of the Commissioner's Cup championship game. The WNBA introducing the second competition to give the regular season a little extra spice.
Johannes.
She's covered by Clark. Screen by Buckets. To the paint. Stolen by Clark. Mitchell, right side. Boston. Pass to Hines Allen. Caitlin Clark with the three. Rebounded by Buckets.
Hard work on the glass once again, guys. They put a lot of effort into their rebounding.
And that interior play, it's made a big difference in this game.
Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
She's starting to pick up from what she accomplished in the first quarter, where she made 3 of her three-point attempts.
Mitchell outside. The shot is good on the assist from Caitlin Clark.
She's on a good pace from three-point range. Made one in the first, 2 more here in the second, with more to come, hopefully.
Now here's Buckets. She has 45 points. Gets it to go from downtown.
She is putting on a clinic out there. Really the centerpiece of their offense.
Kelsey Mitchell into the lane. Clark, right side. Pass to Boston. 6 on the shot clock. With the fadeaway. And yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
That's a big make for Aaliyah Boston. It forces defenders out of the paint to meet her.
Here's Johannes.
Inside. Here's Buckets. And she gets it to go.
She is definitely making her presence felt here in the first half, shooting it so efficiently.
It's stolen by Elizabeth Williams. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. They lead by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far, but we'll see if that changes. Buckets really making a difference here.
She broke out her entire arsenal of post moves in the first half, and every one of them was working.
Yeah, and I'm going to call her the magician because I think she might have even a few more tricks up her sleeve, and I think she's going to break them out as we start heading down the stretch.
Mitchell with it. Good for another bucket. She's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Yeah, Mitchell's really in a groove tonight. She's not being shy at all about shooting the rock.
Here's Bradford. She's covered by Mitchell. And Williams gets it to go.
And her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Now here's Mitchell. D right on her. Caitlin Clark penetrating. Pass to Mitchell. Three-pointer. It falls for her 7th bucket of the contest. She's 7 for 9 today.
Another long-range bomb for her. Her three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead down.
Definitely. As long as she keeps burying them, they might as well keep going back to the well.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot, and we'll go to the line. That's on Buckets.
And a 2023 Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston is a treat to watch.
Oh, yeah, she's a lot of fun. Personally, I love her passing, ability to run offense through the post. Boston is such an unselfish player, team first. Traits that we don't normally associate with first overall picks like her.
And the first one falls for her.
Tonight's game is part of the Commissioner's Cup. So guys, what's the biggest motivation for these players in the Cup?
What about the final game, grand prize money? Every player in the championship game, whether you win or you lose, gets a bonus. But the winning players are going to get a little bit more. So I would say that's great incentive for them. Well, you just have to be excited about Aaliyah Boston, a young woman with tons of skills. She dominated in college, and she's going to dominate in the WNBA.
And she drops in the layup off glass.
3 for 3. That's the way to start the second half.
Here's Johannes. She's covered by Clark. Down low. And Williams gets it to go.
She worked so hard on a post move to finishing. Williams thrives close to the hoop.
And here's Clark. 10 points for her. Shot by Mitchell, no good.
There's 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Pass to Bradford. Now buckets. And stolen by Hines Allen. To the middle. Clark. The basket good off the assist from Sophie Cunningham.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 tries.
You know, they've been a little loose with the ball here. They haven't been patient. They've been forcing things, and it's led to a lot of turnovers. They need to slow down and relax.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half.
Williams, covered by Hines Allen.
To the inside. Boom! She jams it straight down.
Now that's her MO. Sometimes she can score more points by herself than the rest of the team combined.
Man, that's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T.
Outside. Clark outside.
Outside Cunningham. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell.
Off target from three-point range.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
The Fever trailing. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Drills it from outside.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, and they're doing some damage.
Yeah, the D struggling to take that away from them.
Pass to Johannes. Down low. Here's buckets. She takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Oh, they're just going for the throat now.
I feel bad for that rim.
Yeah, I can see why you feel bad for the rim there, Tim. But now's the time to do this, right? Keep attacking that rim.
Now Mitchell. She's got 21. Boston outside. Clark. Pass to Mitchell. Boston covered by buckets.
Just 3 to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Fever will retain possession.
And here's a look. They continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Dream. Then on Sunday, they're off to Los Angeles to face off with the Sparks.
But what a great opportunity it is for this team to take a step forward. Some tough road games coming up, but that's the kind of stretch that can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their confidence.
Buckets with it, working on Boston.
Bucket is good.
She's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting that ball to the rim.
Pass to Hines Allen. Back to Clark. Mitchell. Rebounded by buckets.
Anybody want to bet that she won't miss that shot the next time she takes it?
Here's Bradford. From outside, off the mark. To the paint. Back to Mitchell.
Cunningham.
From outside the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense, they have to close out quicker.
And like a few other current players, Maisha Hines Allen broke out at the 2020 Wubble.
Yeah, there were lots of players opting out of that season. Hines Allen got more playing time. And that season, I think it showed off the incredible depth of this league, proving that all some players like a Hines Allen need is just a chance to play.
Pass to Johannes. Here's Bradford. Here's Cannon. She's covered by Cunningham.
6 to shoot.
Cannon, no good.
Well, she rushed that one. The D was out of position, but she couldn't make him pay.
Mitchell outside. Here's Clark. It's tipped. Here's Johannes. Pass to buckets. And here's Johannes. And here's Bradford.
Stolen by Clark. Now the Fever moving it up.
Boston outside. Mitchell outside. It's hauled in by Cannon.
I wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
That's a good question. It's been their edge, no doubt. And in a close game like this, you just look for every edge you can find.
Here's buckets. Gets it to go from 8 feet.
It's hard to find fault with anything she's doing this quarter. Well, offensively at least.
Boston outside.
Pass to Clark. From past the arc, drains the three-pointer.
These defenders better start closing down their shooters.
Yeah, that's 2 straight from long range.
Here's Johannes. She's covered by Clark.
And the shot is good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they keep allowing easy looks inside.
Boston outside. Mitchell.
Shot clock at 6.
Boston inside. Covered by buckets. And a foul on the shot. She'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, we saw this with Boston even back in college. She does a great job of drawing fouls.
Aaliyah, Boston. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And she knocks down the first one.
Well, you talk about Aaliyah Boston. Yes, obviously she's an incredible player, but off the floor, she is someone you really want in your locker room, a great teammate everybody loves playing with.
And so she's able to get 1 of 2. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
That's just a defensive breakdown. I mean, she is not the player you want to leave open from the perimeter.
Inside, Rupert. Blocked. Here's Peters. Here's Buckets. Soft touch off the glass. Now Caldwell. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Boston. Here's Caldwell. The bucket counts, and she's on her way to the line to try to make it a three-point play. The Fever making a switch here.
One shot.
One shot.
Sherrod. Pass to Buckets. Got it. Good job in the low post. And here's Caldwell. Now Cunningham. Now Rupert. Takes the 3. No good. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Up by 7. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. Welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. Now Sherrod. Pass to Buckets. Now Peters. Here's Holmes. Gets a 3-pointer to fall.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Yeah, well, no one's ever going to argue with more offense, and that's exactly what we're getting.
I'm not going to argue with you, Brian. Let's see more offense.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys, and that's the #1 reason why this game is out of hand right now.
Exactly. Their lead is not surprising, given their advantage on the glass. Sometimes you can hit that deep 3, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No, I mean, even for her, that's too far.
And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a skillful play by Kelsey Mitchell, ensuring she gets the shot off while drawing the foul.
Shooting 2.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half.
And when you do it, it's such a good strategy when you're behind, because not only do you get points, but the clock stops as well.
No good on the second free throw.
And Mitchell understands her role on this team. She's out there to score as often as she can.
Count that one.
She's got a great read of where that miss was going, and that enabled her to be the first player to it and get the putback.
Pass to Mitchell.
Cunningham.
For 3. Unable to get that one to go.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Now Caldwell. Pass to Cunningham. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth here. That one rolling around and rims out. To the inside. Deflected. Now here's Herbert Harrigan. Mitchell outside. Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Kiki Herbert Harrigan on the wing. Indiana again missing. This contest is part of the Commissioner's Cup. The first 10 games against teams in your conference, 1 home and 1 away, count towards the Cup standings.
And the teams with the best records in each conference, the East and the West, they're going to face off in the midseason for a one-off final. Lots of prize money will be on the line, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Now here's Cunningham. She's tightly guarded. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Herbert Harrigan. And here's Rupert. Cunningham. To halt the run. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get a shot off. That's a 24-second violation. The Fever making a switch here. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Morrison. Up again. It's good on the putback.
4 of their last 5 makes came off a high-quality shot inside.
And that's right out of the textbook. They're having their way down low right now.
Here's Mitchell. Rupert. And she tries off the glass, but it's no good. The 3 is up. It's good from long range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get good looks.
Absolutely. The defense unable to react quickly enough to deal with their passing.
Mitchell outside. It's hauled in by Cannon.
Boy, I mean, they can do nothing right. They cannot take the lid off.
They need a bucket in the worst way possible. They have got to stop this run somehow, or it's really going to get out of hand.
Mitchell outside for 3. Rebounded by Buckets.
Just not the quarter she would like to have when you talk about shooting the ball, but hopefully she can turn it around.
Connects from 3-point range.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3-pointers they're allowing.
I don't know. I mean, there might be more defense in warm-ups. They need to close down on these 3s.
Pass to Mitchell. She gets that one.
And what speed from Mitchell there. Putting a lot of energy behind that cut.
Now here's Buckets. Tight defense on her. Hits the 3-point bomb.
I tell you, she loves getting looks like that from 3-point range. Just nobody near her.
Here's the Fever with the ball. Here's Caldwell. Mitchell outside. Pass to Caldwell. Hines Allen. Down low. A shot by Cunningham, no good. Here's Sherrod. Here's Buckets. Drops in the tray.
12 straight points off the 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And now that they're rolling from out there, you've got to get it in their jersey and try to deny those looks.
Especially how well people shoot 3s these days.
Pass to Rupert. Mitchell outside. Caldwell. Now here's Cunningham. And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3. Rebounded by Buckets.
Yeah, she's been off her game this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go down.
The quick look, no good that time. Now Mitchell. For 13, and it's in.
Kelsey Mitchell.
There isn't a part of the court that Mitchell won't let it fly. When she hits from the mid-range, it just increases the headache for the D.
Pass to Sherrod. Baseline jumper. And the rebound goes to the Fever.
You know, if the shot's not there for you, sometimes you just got to recognize it. Don't shoot.
Not quite sure what her mindset was there, but that was not a good shot.
Here's Hines Allen. The rebound by Holmes. Man, they're in complete control.
Everything they're doing, it's been working out. Wow.
It's the long distance three is buried. Indiana with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And here's Caldwell. Pass to Mitchell. Banked in off the glass.
Kelsey Mitchell.
Just a strong finish through contact. Kelsey Mitchell refusing to be outmuscled. I love to see that kind of physicality from her.
And here's Holmes. She's covered by Cunningham. Now Sherrod. 6 on the shot clock. And the basket by Holmes.
And they are just killing them with the three-point shot here in the second half.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. They're fully stretched out there trying to stop the three and still haven't been able to do it.
I don't know defensively what they can do different at this point.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the away team, Kelsey Mitchell.
Shooting 2.
2 shots.
The first one falls. She hits both from the stripe. Now Sherrod. Pass to Holmes. Morrison. She's covered by Mitchell. To the paint. Here's Peters. Hines Allen pulls it in.
There was not a ton of congestion in the lane, and she could have done better for sure.
Clark with it. Pass to Mitchell.
Cunningham.
And you can count it. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
What hearts from Cunningham on the play. Just insisting that her shot get through.
1 shot.
One shot.
One thing that Sophie Cunningham brings to this team in bundles, energy.
Constantly moving on both ends. Cunningham has great length at 6'1". Is out there to add a spark to her team to mix it up a little bit.
Morrison, covered by Hines Allen.
Stolen by Clark. And it's the Fever on the break. Makes it off the glass.
The defense, they just let her go.
And she'll thank him for that. I mean, she got a chance to perform not just the razzle, but the dazzle, too.
Here's Sherrod. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they never found.
The energy here was just tremendous. Hands to the ball from the get-go. Once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm, the flow of the game. What a treat.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.